Hello everyone, welcome to a Day in Life with Aboriginal LostPhoenixWolf on my channel. Second video for today. And I was talking about baking your stuff better in the oven, sometimes you set okay, so let's say cookies for instance. If you're at the right temperature for your cookies and, they're getting browning and, a little bit black underneath and too much browning anyway, then you just got to turn down the temperature maybe about 5 to 15 degrees down, or you could don't bake it, take it under for like a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes if you think that's good. Like turkey, some people cook turkey when it's thawed out. Some people have cooked turkey when it's frozen solid. Now when you do the frozen solid turkey, you're going to have to slow thaw it in the oven if you don't put it in the fridge, as soon as every time you forgot about taking out that turkey out of the freezer. It's like, oh man, I gotta make the turkey today. You can't stuff it, you can't get all the gizzards and intestines or whatever else is in the little bag in the turkey. Yeah, I'm talking about, Thanksgiving's coming up. Some people stuff their turkey, sometimes some people don't. I stopped stuffing the turkey because the temperature inside the turkey doesn't reach the highest point of killing the parasites. You guys who know what parasites are, don't Google that. Everything and everybody has parasites on them. Everybody. You can scrub and scrape and stuff, blah blah blah. Check out that. So say you cook the turkey, right from frozen. You can't speed the process because you're gonna spoil that turkey. So you're gonna have to put in the oven for like a 100 to 200 for maybe an hour or two, just slow thaw it. Then after that, you can jack it up to between 325, 375, 400, whatever you like. And normal turkey, big turkey, it could be like up to an hour. I do about an hour, say 350 for an hour, sometimes an hour and a half. And I try to foil the top so it doesn't get too brown, but it also keeps the heat in. And then, you gotta try to, don't want to blast it with so much heat. Then it's gonna be, not cooked right. It's gonna be too brown. But you want to cook it just right, have all that enough water in there, and keep basting that turkey, so your turkey stays nice and tender and delicious. So lower setting, say you want to cook it at 300, that's not bad. Some people cook the turkey at 100 for an hour or two, then another say jack it up to 400, 350 to 400 for another hour and a half. Sometimes turkeys can be done in an hour. It depends on the size too. Most of the time, I'm doing a turkey for 2 hours. That way, it's well cooked. And I've done the 300 at 300 for 2 hours, and then on the last 15 to 20 minutes, maybe somewhere around there, I'll jack it to 400. That way, you keep your turkey's parasites down. You don't make anybody sick. It's kind of raw, a little bit raw in the center and stuff, but that's the end result. You got to have it at a certain temperature so your meat's not spoiled, and not certain people kind of rotten or spoiled meat. So Thanksgiving's coming up. A lot of people in the past used to stuff their turkey with the stuffing, and sometimes that's good. A lot of the times it gets soggy. Your temperature in your turkey does not get up to max. People are going to hit in the toilets. People are going to get sick. Do your stuffing outside the turkey. Make sure that turkey's cavity is hollow and that gets the complete temperature in there. And keep basting turkey, and a little bit more water in there, and it goes into the cavity of the turkey. The spices, the juices, or whatever. You could probably stuff it with a little bit of carrots and celery and green peppers or onions or whatever. A little bit in there. Maybe a quarter of that on the bottom of inside the bottom of the cavity of the turkey is a good thing to do. So I don't know what got me into talking about this and that, but I'm thinking about maybe doing some peanut butter cookies at home, and I'm gonna do it right, and I'm gonna have some cookies for home, and if cousin comes by, I'll bring some down the streets, and the kids they can try some peanut butter cookies. But the thing is, I think the recipe should have half the cup of sugar. On the label of the peanut butter, it tells you to use a cup of sugar in your recipe. The online recipes, most of them, because I went to online first, and I realized oh, it's right there on the side of the peanut butter. It's right there on the label in the world. started looking at 3 or 4 different sites, and it's telling me this and something about vanilla and stuff. I mean, in the past I've done the vanilla, but less sugar next time, that's for sure. I was like packed with sugar. I mean, that maybe that's what holds the peanut butter and egg together or something. I don't know. But I don't know. I mean, that's what I'm going to be doing next. You know, I'm going to make sure I only half the sugar. I'm not going to squish down the cookie too flat. Actually, the cookies, you know, height was okay, but it was kind of a big cookie. So they tell me to do the 1 to 1/2 inch dough balls, or peanut butter balls, but they're not rolling up like a peanut butter. They are, you know, still pretty smooth and, you know, thick, and, you know, it's not rolling up like a ball. And I don't want to add a little flour to it. I mean, it kind of ruins that, you know, flavor thing. Maybe I can make it to have flour, just so I can roll it and then, you know, stays firm, and then put it as a dough ball and squish it down a little bit. Then maybe double fork it, and that's about it. Not doing it like I did. I think I, you know, hit it with like 6 forks. Yeah, about 6 forks. You know, going one side, the other side, this side, that side, and then corners, corners, corners. No, I don't think that's gonna work out this time. I'm gonna make sure, you know, it's gonna be 2 minutes under the said, you know, thing, so that it doesn't get too brown, and plus, you know, it's less sugar. That was too much sugar. Too much sugar. I don't like, you know, eating so much sugar in anything sweet. If I'm buying the fruit cocktail, like no sugar added or low in sugar. If I'm buying this, they're in soups or something like that, you know, low salt or low sodium or sodium, something like that. So I don't know. I think my today just turned into like a cooking advice or something like that. I don't know. I mean, if you guys want to, you know some kind of cooking advice, I probably could tell you right off the top of my head. I mean, I've cooked a lot of different foods. I've tasted a lot of different recipes. I've had just about any kind of dish in the world. Well, I haven't been to the bug buffet. I probably would try the bug buffet if, you know, those things are barbecued or fried or whatever, and I probably would try them. As long as, you know, it doesn't give me parasites, or, you know, there's any kind of poisons that are going to kill me. Like pig brains. Monkey brains are, you know, the bug buffet thing. Monkey brains, I would probably give that a try. Pig brains, you guys probably have never tried it, and it's not a delicacy and stuff like that. Kind of close to caviar kind of taste, but it all depends, you know, how you cook it and what kind of spices and stuff. And the other word for that is head cheese. Head cheese. Like, people are like, oh, head cheese, let's try some of that. And, you know, try some of that. It's delicious. I'm like, hey, by the way, you know, that's pig brains. The jelliness of the meat is the pig brains, the jelliness of the brains of the pig. And I don't know how they, you know, cook it and then becomes, you know, that, you know, the bigness of the thing. You can, you know, slice it very thin and stuff. I don't know how they get at that point. I don't know if they, you know, slow roast it, they bake it, or put it through a meat processor thing, you know, crushes the meat or something like that. I am not exactly sure, but I've tried different ones. The one I don't say I probably would. I don't think I would say that I'd probably buy it again. I'd got to try. It's pretty expensive. It's called blood and tongue sausage. I don't know if there's any blood in there, but the blood and tongue sausage is like the pigs, cows, or whatever has a tongue is blended with this. The ears, the snouts, the tail, the whatever it is, you know, that, you know, normally that would not be in a package in the grocery store. It's all grounded in, and that's what your sausages are, your hot dogs. There's just, you know, extra stuff that's, you know, just thrown together. Hot dog is not really that healthy. I mean, there's a lot of preservatives or crap that's in there. MSG, I think it's called, something like that. Anyway, sometimes you get beef and chicken and, you know, even veggie hot dogs. I've never tried veggie hot dogs. Tried veggie burgers. They're okay, but they still need to be like fried in butter to give it a little bit of flavor, because it just tastes like styrofoam. You just, you know, fry them up and normally not really use any kind of spices and stuff like that. Just, it's like eating styrofoam. It's actually eating like veggies with no flavor. Okay, well, I think it'll say a lettuce patty. A lettuce patty, you know, just lettuce. Just there's no flavor to it. There's no nothing, unless you put something on it, some kind of spice or sauce or something. But anyway, now I would have eaten anything and everything, and like I said, you know, you guys want to ask me some kind of advice in the comment about something, you know, I'll try the best of my knowledge. And you know, I've cooked a lot of different things. I've seen people cook a lot of different things. I've, you know, perfected different things, and maybe at the 2% of my life I've ever burned anything. That's 2% of 100. Barbecuing, no, that's probably one of the 1%. Things do get a little bit burned because that's barbecue, and there's nothing you can do about that. Some barbecues, you know, cook things good, and you know, you gotta work with it, and you gotta find what your hot spots are, and moving stuff around. And sometimes, you know, you have a little bit of flare up the flame and stuff like that, and moving burgers around. And when you move around, then his grease, you know, gets kind of squished out of it and causes more flame. And then sometimes, like one time, there was, you know, we just threw the burners on just to heat it up, to get it out to that 400 mark, so the burners were nice and hot, and then throw those burgers on there. And there was like a barbecue fire. Everything started burning up, and that's because of the grease, excess grease that are on those metal plate things and whatnot. You know, I mean, I have had, you know, a fire flare up. You know, the person, well, I'll say my best friend, you know, his wife, I don't think his wife ever cooked anything on the barbecue. Maybe she has, maybe she hasn't, I don't know. But him and I have, and his brother-in-law and the sister-in-law, the brother-in-law's ex-girlfriend now, she used to, you know, try cooking on there, and you know, it's not her fault, but you know, she ended up burning things. She's just flat out, she's burnt things, but you know, it's not really her fault. Again, we're not going to really hold it against her. We'll probably joke about it, it's like, oh, we don't want to eat your food. You burn things. You don't know how to cook anything, but you know, that's just poking fun at her. That's also just push her into the direction to do a little better. You know, at whatever, you know, a little bit of spices, or the way it's cooked, or the way it's prepared, whatever, you know. I don't know per se if she's a really good cook or she's a really crappy cook. I don't know. I'm not really at her house. You know, that's really the only place I've not really chilled. You know, I've chilled, you know, on the deck a lot there, in the house, and basement. Chilled at his, you know, his son's place, his mom's. Never really chilled downstairs at her place. And hopefully, you know, she's going to be watching my videos like this, and she'll know who I'm talking about. Maybe one day I will chill with you. If you got a good dinner, I mean, that's one way you always get me to come to an event, or come and help you out with something, or to get me to come and do something or other, whatever. It's always been food before. Food used to control my life. Food got me fat. I didn't care about, you know, my life or the way I ate, but now I do. So most of the leaner stuff, less of this and less of that. No sugars or salt ever, you know. But, you know, things get a little bit burnt. I still eat it. I don't mind a little bit of burntness. I'm not that picky of anything. People know me. Anyway, I'm going to be wrapping this up now and talk about, you know, something in my next video. So if you guys do like this video, please do hit the like button. Please subscribe me. Share this video on the channel, my benefit you, my benefit me. Please do tell your friends about me. Thank you for viewing this video. Watch it. Hope you all have a nice day. Remember, it's better to be Aboriginal than original.